you. Have you ever thought about a version of you where you're amazingly good at speaking? You always wanted to reach that version, but you don't know how. So that's the reason why I'm here. I'm a certified public speaking coach and the founder of the program called Verbal Branding, which is to build your brand around your speaking style. And in this video, I'm going to help you to speak like the top 1% speakers. And I've learned this from a lot of top speakers out there, from my own experience teaching people from different parts of the world, and a lot more. So let's get into this. The first way to speak like top 1% speaker is to use framework thinking. So when you're put on the spot, you're not really sure about what to say. So what are you going to do in that situation? You say everything that comes to your mind because you are either under pressure or you're under cognitive overload. When these two things hits your brain and your body, you can't think enough. So your words and your ideas come out jumbled. As a result, people will not take you seriously. So, in order to overcome this situation, you have to use frameworks for making your point, frameworks for organizing your ideas, framework for arranging and for thinking quickly before you answer some questions. So, one such framework is called the PrEP framework. This is a very popular one. It's called PREP: point, reason, example, and point again. So, when someone asks you, like, why do you think reading is important? So if you don't have a framework in hand, then you say reading is important because it improves your intelligence, knowledge, and I guess it also improves your power to understand people and a lot more. So this is not a well organized answer. So if you're using the PrEP framework, your answer is going to be way more organized. It's going to be something like point. Reading is extremely important for people. Reason. It is important because, firstly, it improves your knowledge and your intelligence. And secondly, it also improves your ability to understand things and to get an awareness of the world. In addition, it also boosts your confidence because you are developing the conceptual understanding of different things through reading. For example, I started reading when I was in 10th grade. And I started with a book called The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. And I learned a lot from this book, and it inspired me to the point that I wanted to try all the strategies from the book. And from that book, I became a very strong, avid reader of life coach related books. And that transformed me as a person. So that's the reason why I think reading is important because it's transformational, it's going to boost your intelligence, and it can also take your thinking to the next levels. So when you look at this answer, it's more organized. It has a clear structure and a pattern to it, and it's not just random rambling. So you can try the same as well. When you're in a high stakes situation, always try to think in frameworks or think in patterns so you don't get lost in a pool of ideas that your brain is trying to tell you. The second thing you have to do to become the top 1% speaker is when you're talking to a group of people, don't talk about yourself. The focus should never be on yourself, but rather should be on the audience. You have to make them the hero. And this is from this very popular book called Story Branding by Donald Miller. And this book is a branding book primarily, but I absolutely love this book because it has a lot of core ideas related to how we can build a brand for people and not just highlighting the egoistic version of you. The same thing applies to public speaking as well. When you're going to give a talk to a group of people, don't talk about yourself. I did that, this happened, that happened in my life, and I was this person, that person, I have these credentials. Stop talking about you because your listeners are there for a reason. Your listeners are there to listen to your expertise and they want their problem to get solved. So, the very first thing you got to do is to pick the problem they're facing and create a roadmap to solve their problem. So, as a speaker, to become the best speaker, talk about them and not about you. Don't be the hero, but make your listeners the hero. And with that, we are moving to the third step. Your emotion matters, your body language matters, and the way you present yourself matter. Let's say you're having a very depressed, boring day, and you have a presentation coming up. You go with the same energy to that presentation. So what happens as a result? Your audience, your listeners, they're not fools. They can clearly read your emotions. If you're bored, they're going to feel bored. If you are sad, they're going to feel sad. And if you're confused, the audience, listeners can feel the same confusion you've got. Maybe the confusion with the presentation, confusion with the topic, or confusion with the ideas that you're presenting. If your listeners get bored, they tune out and they don't want to listen to you anymore. So make sure that you're going with a very strong mind and body. Because if you are excited about your topic, then they're going to mirror it for you. They're going to be excited as well. If you are with the purpose to add value, and if you're speaking with purpose and passion and with a lot of energy, they feel that same energy too. They will be in the listening mode and they won't be in the distracted mode. Make sure you are staying high on energy whenever possible before going for a talk. And the third tip is to be well prepared because people don't usually consider preparing something. They want the quick fix. They want to read something, prepare something, and speak on the spot. But preparation is very, very important. If you look at a lot of test speakers, they do multiple rehearsals before their speech. It's not like one time preparation, they go on stage and they prepare it well. They prepare multiple times. Even if you're preparing it for 100 times, that's absolutely all right if that's a very important presentation. So make sure that you are well prepared before any talk that you want to do. Prepare the body language, prepare the emotional state that you want to be in, prepare the hand gestures, prepare your way of expression, prepare your voice modulation and every single thing possible so you can give a good talk at the end. And the final tip to be the top 1% speaker is to speak in stories. Don't just say everything that comes to your mind, but add a bit of fun elements with stories and arrange it well. Because if you say every single thing that comes to your mind, then that's brain dump. Then it's a sign that you're a messy speaker. If you have to become a master speaker from a messy speaker, make sure that you don't say everything that comes to your mind. Always filter, always think about from the perspective of removing the fluff and saying only what is valuable and only what is important. So that's how you're going to hook your listeners. If you say every single thing that comes to your mind, you're going to leave your audience stay confused and distracted. But if you say only what is important by filtering out the information, they tune in. They want to listen to you more or even listen till the end. So it's so important to say only what is important and also to speak in stories. If your speech is just a just a mixture of factual information, then that's not the right approach. You can add in stories, you can add in analogies, personal examples, anecdotes to make your speech interesting. So try these 5 different techniques, practice them every single day to be the best speaker and to be the top 1% speaker. Drop down if you have any comments. Thank you.